For the next 6 days until TikTok is banned, I'm going to be focusing my content on the most important personal finance topics I think everyone should know. So consider this like a 6-day personal finance bootcamp. I will still be on Instagram, so you can follow me there under the same username. Today, we're going to talk about budgeting, specifically the 50-30-20 budgeting principle, which divides your spending into 3 categories: your fixed expenses, your savings, and your fun money. I'm going to walk through an example as we talk about this budgeting principle so you can see how you would actually use it. In this example, we're going to assume that someone's making $4,000 a month after taxes. Starting with your fixed living expenses like your rent, car payment, student loans, utilities, groceries, things like that, this should be no more than 50% of your take-home pay. The bottom of my budgeting template will tell you what percent of your fixed living expenses it's adding up to. One note I want to add here is that your rent or mortgage payment should ideally be no more than 30% of your take-home pay, which in this example would be $1,200. Next, we're going to look at our savings category, which is split into 2 subcategories: our savings that goes into our high yield savings account and our longer term investments. The exact split you'll choose between these 2 buckets may vary depending on your financial goals, but a good place to start is 10% into each bucket. Your high yield savings account is where you're going to save up for any shorter term goals like vacation, emergency fund, a wedding, a house down payment, things like that. Your investments is where you're going to save up for any longer term goals like retirement or house if you don't plan on buying one in the near future. One thing to note with this budgeting principle is that it's looking at take home pay, which does not include your 401k contributions because those get taken out before you get your final paycheck. So what you want to do is add your 401k contributions to your net take-home pay. In this example, the person's take-home pay is actually $3,700, but they're contributing $300 to their 401k, so I added that to their monthly take-home pay. This makes it easier to figure out how much of your take-home pay you should be investing based on your investment goal percent, because it's taking into account your pre-tax investment contributions. Your third category is your fun money, which should be no more than 30% of your take-home pay per the budgeting rule, but my rule is that it's no more than 20% because I think it's kind of crazy to spend more than you're saving. If your living expenses are more than 50% of your take-home pay, I recommend reallocating some of this fun money into your living expenses bucket versus taking from your savings or investment buckets.